Hi there, my name's Mike from Gloucester, and this is my first YouTube video. I hate YouTube video, and I hope to show you how to make a round nest box on your lathe. First of all, you need 12 staves of wood, minimum a foot, cut 15 degrees each. Then we set them up for gluing. This can get a bit boring. I've got a bunch of 5s on here, so I'm listening to it a bit.
Is it Craig Austin recruitment?
It's not, no, it's Genesis recruitment.
Oh, nice. Is it still run by Phil Collins?
He's synthesized.
That's good enough.
Probably for the best. I mean, doing all that it was terribly off-putting, I imagine. Very nice. So Genesis recruitment. Tell us, when you're not recruiting, what do you do for fun, please, Craig?
Big fan of the outdoors. I like the weekend, dragging my 2 children and my wife along as well. The Peak District, etc., that type of thing.
Very nice. How old are your children?
Press the tape down. Next trick, turn it over.
My wife just puts up with it.
Get the bloody tape out of the way.
Eat this, you can have this. Let's play it again. Then you have 1 minute to
promote it, and over we go.
You can have, but only once, so do use it wisely to get it. Best of luck. Let's play, Craig.
There you go.
Here we go.
Cut the ends of the tape off one piece. You'll see why later. Otherwise you just get stuck up with it.
Yeah, work party good. 5 words.
Can't get off these bloody fingers. There we go. Now the next job is to get the glue out.
Yes.
Nose.
Yes.
Nose.
Yes.
Right, the gluing process. I've done it already. Apologies if you've got a fetish of watching old men stick wood together with glue, but most people haven't. So I've done that. Now, rolled it round. You see now why I cut that tape off earlier. That's it. You got to roll. Wipe your excess glue off. Don't worry too much about the inside. Next job, clamp it together. I like to use these Jubilee clips. Try not to get glue on the worm drive. It's a bugger to get out. Having a problem with the camera now. Anyway, here we go. That's that done. And stick that on some polythene, unless you want to stick it to your workbench permanently. Now then you should end up with this when it's dry. Right, got it bolted in, mount it on the lathe. Make sure it's all tight, tighten the chuck up. Use a chuck, it's safer. As you can see there, that's pretty square. I used to do it on a great big block of wood and wedge it. Could I ever get it square? No. Right, so there we are. That's ready to turn. And as you can see, you can crank that right up. That's as stable as anything. That just leaves the next job, is to turn a cylinder. Right, we've got our cylinder now, nice and smooth. Just got to square the ends off. You do this on the bandsaw or the lathe, but it's soft wood on the lathe and it tends to splinter up, so I find this easier. Yep, that's fine. Next job, drill a hole. 28mm, Forstner bit. That's ideal for tits, blue and great. Jam some scrap wood in here just to make the job harder. That's firewood. Just minimises the tear out. Tidy that with some sandpaper. So that's that done, finished for now. Just got to do the top and the base, and that'll be the next job. That'll be on the next section. Welcome back. I'm going to show you now how I assemble the nest box. First of all, I'll show you how I cut these circles. I use this jig here, which I copied off YouTube. Inspire Woodwork. Bloke's name's Jed. It's one of the best ones I've seen. Slightly modified it. I still use his idea with the donut, but I've also made mine with a pin as well, because these I've got a hole in the middle. I'll just give you a rough idea how that works. Locate the pin in the hole on the donut. Turn the bandsaw on. I stop it there and I put this on. That stops it rocking. There we go. Simple. If you're doing anything bigger than that, that's alright for that. But if you want to turn yourself one of these, I suggest you get a donut which you can stick on there with super glue and then affix that onto that one. It's a lot stronger. Anyway, that's for another day. Right, next job. Right, now you've got your round piece of wood. I use a glue chuck on the lathe. Simple. Few spots of hot glue. Done. Screw that on. That'll hold. And simply, I just use 3 tools. I've got a round over scraper, which I just simply scrape the shape. I use a parting chisel just to do the groove. And the little finials, spindle gauge. Keep it simple. Now the next job. What is the next job? I forgot. I'll get back to you. Right, next, I remembered now. Next job, we'll start with the base. We've made the base. We cut a few circles. Slap them on the bottom. And you end up with something like that, which I've screwed through from the back. Place that on there. Get your cylinder, which we done earlier. Whack it on there. Put a few holes in each side. Like that. Got a couple of screws, which I should have had out already. One in there. One in there. Just tighten them up. That's your base. Now, on the back, you've got the tenon. I find this was the best way. Done a lot of other ways, but this one was the best way. Basically, got a tenon, got a mortise. The way I do this is quite simple, really. Put it on the vise. I normally open it up a bit wider than that. And I've made a template there. If you look on the back, got just 2 runners on there to top the thing going like that. Slap it on. I nail it to the wood, doesn't do any damage. And I just get a simple racer, one like that. That's got a 10mm cutter in it. Slap that on there, backwards and forwards, and you've got a slot. Couldn't be simpler. Then just glue that into there. That's a bit loose, that one, but that you got the rough idea. And then you end up with that. That's one I done the other day. And that ain't gonna go anywhere. Now that fits into one of these. I've got a drawer full of them. That's your bracket, which is, don't know if you can see on there. That's your bracket there. That fits onto the tree, the post, the wall, whatever. You slot that in there. And the next job is just to do a pilot hole. Hang on. Do a pilot hole in each side. That stops the wood splitting when you put the screw in, because you don't want it to split, otherwise if it splits it'll just drop off and that'll be the end of it. So that's how far we've got now. We've got the base on. We've got the tenon on. We've got the mortise on. The mortise is basically the same way I done that. It's just that I made a jig over here. I won't go through that, but it's quite simple. Little jig, bit of wood, slap your wood in there, lock it in, rotor, backwards and forwards, job done. Many ways of doing that. Anyway, that goes, you screw that to the wall, the tree, whatever. Or even your cupboard door if you want. Now, the top, as I said earlier, I've cut the groove, so that's my top, and that fits on there. This camera's playing up now, got remote control on it. Right, that's your top, just in case that went off before you seen it. That's your groove. Slap that on there. Now you're probably wondering why I don't do that on the bottom. Be tidier. You look, you can see the gap. The reason I do that is because in the past that's filled up with water. The water is siphoned up there and made all the inside of the bottom damp. They don't like damp. Makes all the nest material wet and they clear off. So that's why I've done it like that. So that's the top, like that. And then get another bit, and another bit. You get the idea. Screw that through like that, with a long screw. Little finial. My mate said it looks like a fire hydrant. Old Roger. Hello, Rog. Some people might say it looks like a bloody teapot, but there you are. Anyway, that's the top. I glue the top on. The reason I glue the top on is two reasons. Stops people tempting to keep looking in and disturbing them. And it's harder for predators to get the top off. Reindeer, the squirrels go around with screwdrivers. Anyway, you're getting the idea of it now. That's the top. On it goes. You've got your tenon. All that's left to do then is just to mount it, which I've already done on here. See, couldn't be simpler. Just put it on there, pop the screw in, says he, and there you go. Now this one I finished in yacht varnish, thinned, 2 coats. This one here I've used a water-based preservative. Water-based because it's safer for the birds. I don't put nothing on the inside. That's wood-based, that's water-based as well. And basically, that's it, job done. Thanks for watching.